Well, hello Craftinistas. I am back with the 25 days of Christmas, day 11. And I have this shaker card kit that I picked up from Tuesday morning. And I have this In Bloom paper that was at Hobby Lobby on clearance. And I love this paper. It's nice and thick and it has my favorite colors in it. I recently saw that they had gotten some of this paper in the bigger packs at Tuesday morning, so I hope I run into that because this is some nice thick paper for projects. So I am just scrolling through and looking at the different designs, and I decided to go with what I had left of this paper, this pattern, because it had that nice polka dot for, I'm thinking, the inside liner, and it's the only one that didn't have pink in it, and I probably would need to take a break for pink, just being dominantly pink. So I am going to go with that. So this paper is cut out at 9 by 12, and I am going to score this at 1 1/2 and 7 1/2 on the short side. And then on the 12-inch long side, I'm going to score it at 1 5 1/4, 6 3/4, and then at 11 inches. Okay, once I have it all scored, I am just going to take all my lines down and fold them all over good, burnish them real good, and make sure that all those creases are nice and crisp. And once I get that all nice and done, you can see in the middle, there is the middle forming. Those lines in the middle are forming there, and that is going to be the part that is going to fold up and get the purse ready. It's going to be the base of the purse. Okay, so once I get that all folded up, those lines that I said I saw in the middle, I'm going to cut both of those lines up and make those marks, those cut marks up. And then that's going to be to fold over. I'm going to cut that up again. And I'm going to show you how that is going to be able to fold over. Okay, so this is the inside liner that I want, and so I'm going to fold this in and like I said, this is the part that I want inside. So I'm going to fold that over, and then up is going to be my outside print of the bag. And so I'm just gluing this down and then folding it up. Now that I got that folded in, I am just flipping it over and then folding this down. That inner lining is going to show at the top. So I'm just going to fold that over on both sides. And once I get that folded over, I'm going to take one of the strips. The strips is 6 inches, so 1 by 6. And I ended up, this is some very thick card stack. I just love the sparkly in it. So the other half is supposed to be 9 by 1, but I ended up doing it 6-inch too because it was just too long to fold over, and I'll show you that in the middle. But this is 1 by 6, and then I cut into the 1 inches there because I got a little design for to hang out on my purse. And so since that was 9, that was too long, I had to cut it because mine is really thick, like I said, but normally it would be all the way around there, and that's the front of the purse. So I just had to piece mine on. When it folds over, you'll see what I mean. So now that I've got that all pressed, then all I'm going to do is just try to shape that over and see how the top box of the purse is coming together. And you see how that's folding over. If that was the front right there, it would need that 9-inch strip going across. Okay, so I'm just taking some glue here and then folding over the sides as I showed, pressing it down real good to make sure it don't come apart, and I use the score tape on that. And then I had a little piece right there, so I just used some glue, but I was fine on the other side. It stuck real good. I just wanted to make sure that this wasn't going to come apart. So now I'm taking my strips and I'm rounding them over. So the strips are going to be 1 by 11 for your base, that is the black that I used, and then for the printed paper on top is 3/4 of an inch by 10 3/4. And so that is the measurements of those handles. And then I just, like I said, I just rounded the corners of them. And those are 1 by 11 and then 3/4 of an inch by 10 3/4. Okay, so next thing I did is I just glued those on, and then I had to add some bling to it, and then I added these bling pieces to look like little button effects there. And then I got carried away on my bling and then added another strip in the middle, and it wouldn't be me if I didn't do that. Now I just let that dry, and then I took out the shaker card kit and I decided to break these up in half that I can give 2 of these away. So there were 2 of each prints in this kit that I picked up, and so I took out 1 of each of these cards. As you can see there, it has that sticky back strip on the foam, and then you place that on top of the card and it's going to have that shaker effect. So I'm just picking through here and taking out 1 of each set, since there's 2 in the package, and then putting the rest up for another set. So the pink came with it, and then I'm just lining my envelopes in the purse. So the pink came with it, but I added some more to it from my stash. And since this one didn't have any words on it, I really added a lot of sequins in there. And then I took the strip off the back and then held it up out of camera and then pressed it down. That way it wouldn't go everywhere. So as you can see, it shakes around real well. And these I didn't put too much in there because it has words and I wanted them to still be able to see the words that came with it. So it's just a touch of shaker there. So I want the words to still show through. And so the last thing I did to add to the purse was to take the sticker sheet came with that, and I just took off this tag, and then I cut out some gold foil, and then there was the word joy that also came with that, and I stuck that on the tag as if that's the brand. This is a Joy purse, and then added this twine to it. So I hope you enjoyed this. All I got to do is just add some tissue paper to this. And see you later, Crafty Nistas.